I'm just communicating. So part of the issue comes from me being in a state that's like apples and oranges. So another way of saying it could just be like I'm in a state that's blue and this state's orange and this one's, ultraviolet. You know what I mean? And they're just not telling me. But I'm neutral because I do music. So I'm like not like Hollywood, but I'm very similar to the entertainment spectrum where it's like if the entire community is already purchasing it via the store, as long as the store's branding is fine, they don't really care because the content is specifically what they're looking for and what they're asking. And that's all I'm going to default to with my explanation on why music was important and why it was important for me to just put out a whole bunch of content right now or like immediately. And my dad discussed that, or my dad and I were talking. I wanted to take 10 years and then launch something. He said, you need to start doing this faster. Like, I'll give an example. He's like, just go fast. So when people are like, oh, this and that, when I came home from college, he was like, just do all the, and I have the post, it was on my Instagram. He's like, just post your album today. So I just want to let people know I'm doing two things today. My dad is, and I believe Kevin Rourke are going to listen to this because they're also kind of micromanaging this to a certain degree. It's because we sometimes look at things from our perspective, and then I could tell you something, and I could say this is the if you listen to me, it's not that hard kind of thing. You do not have to go off Mount Everest. If you trust this process will happen faster. I called the sheriff's department. I wanted to call Wittenberg because I can visit, and I could do whatever I'm doing up there. Let's say I could stay up there for 3 years. So I went up there to ask whether or not the community was okay after what just happened in my time there, but also after everything that just happened. Why would I ask this? Well, David doesn't do what I do. He's my business friend. He sometimes trusts the words of people versus the data to support whether or not something is really true so I called the school. The first person that picked up, I thought it was going to be the people in the front desk. All I was going to say is my dad is going to call you at some point in time, just give you reassurance that I'm okay. There's been miscommunication. You're hearing it from my family. You're not hearing it from a stranger. My dad plays a lot of games, and I want to reassure you that with a visit on both of ours, I don't have anything to worry about. I'm certified in a whole bunch of things. I don't have to worry about anything. Like when they said get cash flow, I already have that in several different things, and I've already talked with him behind the scenes. There is a gym or a private gym. Like I don't want to go to the gym. I want to have my own private gym because I'm going to be able to have lighting and I'll be able to, you know what I mean? Like I'm going to have my own space where I can cook food, have like a grill, outside of it. So I'm working on that part of my life, which is like the office space to work in. My dad's helping me try to choose. I'm trying to use an office he had. That's what I'm trying to do right now. Because he's like, oh, just buy it. And I'm like, why can't you just facilitate that? Like you go, you buy things from these people. So just do that right now. But I called. And then the sheriff's office answered the phone. It was closed. I called just because it was instinctive for me to call. I don't know exactly what's going on. That's why I called. So I instinctively called the Wittenberg Police Department. They answered the phone. Why is this important? I told them a lot of people keep saying go back up there and come back down there. I said until I figure out what the hell just happened, I'm not going anywhere. In fact, I would like ESPN to just clean this up so I don't have to say anything else because I'm tired of it. It's almost like we're all grown-ups. Why aren't we all saying the same thing? So I called him, and this is what the Wittenberg Police Department said, because I asked them, do you have time? Because I have a couple questions, and I asked them, what is the Wittenberg Police Department, and what are they responsible for? And he said, it's meant to keep it safe. And I said, but what's the difference between you just using the Springfield Police Department or someone calling the Springfield? Why would you have it, And I'm being honest about that. Why would you know what I mean? And I said, is it because of what what's going on? Is that why? And if that's the case, do you guys do escorts into your? Because it's Wittenberg, you know what I mean? I don't have to feel guilty about asking its own service for an escort. You know, so all I wanted to know is if I'm traveling back up to the school to just fix something or to verify something or to show people I have money and I'm okay and I wasn't lying the entire time. Just to show people I wasn't lying to them and then come back home. Can you guys, is there, and he's like, come back, call on Monday. So tomorrow I'm going to be calling in real time. My dad, I'm going to get him to call today, and then I'm going to get him to call tomorrow, 2 different people, and hopefully talk to 2 different people, and it'll spread. This city's doing this thing, and it's taking way too long. My father is a very, very successful person. We have money. We don't need to continue going to Harvard, and I don't need to do that. You know, that's why I want, you know, them to just verify it through the sheriff's office and through this school specifically, and then have this information be distributed out to Springfield High School, because you can live down here. This is a good city. It's just there's a lot of loony locos and stuff who have been, I guess, intoxicated their entire life, and they just are saying crazy stuff, and I'm just tired of hearing it. So basically, why is this important? I have the attention of Gulf Coast High School. I know Gulf Coast High School has all these rules. I'm starting to see as I'm older, this is why they have all those rules. And it's the whole, like, if you even say anything to anybody in the school, it's a problem. I didn't realize how much of a problem it was until I was outside of it. And my issue was, do you report, and who do I call if I'm reporting something, or Baker acting, or if I wanted to get Baker, like, who do I call, or if I was to, you know, just in general, like, you know what I mean? And so I'm fine. I've been cleared. You know, they did an evaluation on me already. I've done evaluations. But what I'm afraid is going to happen is it's too black and white, meaning if the sheriff's office calls the general sheriff's office here, I feel like you guys are just going to start butting heads. And so that's why I want the NCA to talk about what I've went through in the verified TV way. My position is you don't cheat from start to finish and expect to become successful, and you shouldn't expect something great, meaning finance, to happen overnight. That's why I'm angry, because this took a practical amount of time to be successful, and I'm in the city, and all I have to do is buy a home here. Talk with the dealership. You have the lease, bro. So I just wanted to do this interview to let you know the chain reaction of this conversation with the police department is there's going to be a massive reaction. This reaction is going to continuously spread for the rest of existence. What do you mean by spread? Not they actually did this, but they were wrong from start to finish, and they just kept going. So the one thing I complained with him up there, I said, I need help trying to, like, calm people down. I have money. My family has. Why don't you believe that? And then my question is to the officers, every time you seem to talk to these people, it's public property or they work at a gas station. Why are you listening to them? Can't you just discredit what they just said? Like, to me, it's they're not credible enough to narrate health and fitness. Why would you listen to them? Why would you absorb anything they say? Why would, like, there's nothing to, think like Judge Judy. Judge Judy's a judge, and she's going to say whatever this person's complaining about, there isn't any evidence, and therefore that person just wasted my time. what is the real issue, and then solve it. That's in real life, not through court, but in real life. And so I want to let you know I see some things, and honesty, because I'm really good at math, is they don't want to do the necessary work. And because they don't want to do the necessary work, it's just not going to work. Another way of saying, when I went to the NCAA, my life changed. I'm successful. If I continued to the NFL or the NBA or anything, you kiss all of that goodbye. You kiss the family goodbye, and you kiss the relationship goodbye. And why? And I said, because I'm asking you now to do what is required, and the person isn't understanding. This is draft day. This is, you do all that before. It's like you do all your homework before. You do all the preparing before. You should have dated before. You should have hung out before. You should have known about this before. Another way of saying, if there's anyone like from the opposite sex who was, because all it's been since I've been down here, you need to do your research on my family and don't go off your friends. Do your research on the schools that I can go to, which are UCLA. I could go to, because I'm a Division I recruit, I could go to any university in the country. So what does that mean? That means it was my decision, out of all of these decisions, I'll leave it to your imagination, to go to Wittenberg University. You could say because LeBron James is from Cleveland. You could say that you needed a publicist to be able to verify that you're good. But I wanted to go to this college, but I wanted to go to this college because of the college. It was because of the college. It wasn't because of the football. It's because of the benefits the college had. Like it's almost like I said in one of my other videos, I could come back and they could ruin and I know Tom Monahan's probably like, I appreciate him being honest for once, and I went to Miller's Ale House and got a good burger, but it's like, I could come back to Wittenberg University and they would make me a really good meal. Why is he saying that? I could go back to Wittenberg and they have everything that they have here. It's self-sufficient. Like, you want a smoothie, you could go on campus and get a smoothie. You could just go up there and get one and then come back down. I could buy a whole bunch of Witt cookies, come back down in the same day. I could buy a whole bunch of steaks from the market or whatever and then come back home. But I felt like this is one of those where it's like, if I wanted to work out, it's up there. I could bring, not that they would let me, but I'm saying I'm sure in some way, shape, or form for football players, you could purchase something. I don't know how it works anymore, but the point is they have their own stuff. You know, if I wanted to ask something about a training thing, I could just call a trainer and they could talk to me on the phone. If I wanted to talk with some kind of pastor, I could talk with some guy affiliated with the cathedral or something. If I wanted to talk with the teacher, I could just talk to my professor. I come down here and people are so programmed, and I mean program meaning like they don't realize how programmed they sound. It's like they're telling you at all times, like, you have to go over Mount Everest. You need to go to Harvard. Like, can you not say that? All you have to do is go to FSW and you can make $90,000 a year as a freaking nurse. And you keep saying it's not Harvard. It's like, well, FSW's not harder. He has a job. I went to better school than that on paper. I'm fine. But why do you keep saying these things about, oh, he failed? No. Why are you saying those things? Even if I did fail, okay, I failed and then I won the next time. Or you lost and then you won today. Or I made a bad song and then I made a good song. Or I had a bad lift and then the next day I'm fresh and I got a good lift. Like, where are all these things coming from? So I know I'm kind of like, I just want people to understand, like, my family has enough money. Like, I did all this for free. Like, I should have probably been homeschooled. You know what I mean? This was my gift to the world. Like, that, you know, I've been blessed. You know, but I just want you guys to just hear my side of the story with this. If you're a woman, you gotta stay. You gotta stay and you gotta have a child with me, like, today. Like, right now. Not today, like, has to be. I'm saying, like, 26, like, or it won't work. whatever you think is going to happen majestically if is not going to work because you need the